start the clock.
He's really happy he got on Elon Musk.
Yesterday was Take Your Child to Work Day. Maybe next year, Tucker Carlson's kids.
That's cool.
And yet another setback for the Kremlin. Tucker Carlson was fired by Fox News.
For the Kremlin.
Fox gave him the standard thing they say when they fire somebody: we've decided to move backwards without you.
Backwards? Oh.
Making claims that Tucker subjected her to sexist remarks and anti-Semitic comments, and that was just from watching the show.
Man.
That's just the Fox model. They do this all the time. Remember Glenn Beck? Gone. Was the biggest star. Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly,
gone. They're like Menudo.
Huh? One day I gotta go and be part of the audience, man.
It's like when I was 15 and my father said to me, you know, masturbation will make you go blind. And I'm like, I've been doing it for 3 years, okay? I wouldn't even know who I'm talking to. But if it's him against Trump, I don't care if it's Biden's head in a jar of blue liquid. I'm voting for it. All right, we got a great. I don't know if I've ever been so excited to have my first.
I knew he was excited.
My first guest is the man who made electric cars a thing, and is currently working on perfecting reusable rockets, space travel, connecting the human brain directly to computers, connecting cities with electromagnetic bullet trains, the Starlink satellite system that's so important to the war in Ukraine, and then on Tuesday.
Yeah, man.
Work on that tunnel thing on traffic. He also tweets a lot. Elon Musk, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, they show the cue card guy.
I work a lot.
Well, there's a very few people who actually make change happen.
Yeah.
You are one of those people, probably.
Yeah. He makes things happen. Talks about it and he actually does it, or doesn't talk about it and then it happens.
I just want to say I love this audience.
You really do.
I
do. Yeah, you like laughing. You like to be funny.
Yeah. His tweets are funny as hell sometimes.
Zuckerberg, who I'm not even sure is a real boy.
Many years ago, I actually was in the audience here and watched your show.
Oh,
what?
I've been a long-time admirer of your show.
Oh, well, thank you.
Speaking about being part of the audience, there you go.
It's really the people in tech who change the world. They're the people who deal the cards.
Man, big time.
Whether it's...
Look at this guy. Is that like a nervous laughter? I don't know, man.
Yeah, so I think we need to be very cautious about anything that...
This guy he's kind of twitching and stuff. I don't know.
You know, electric vehicles and batteries and solar and stuff to help save the environment. That's not a, you know. No.
He loved the planet so much he wants to leave it.
I mean, there are in France, I think if you deny the Holocaust, which I think is abhorrent, but I also think it should be part of free speech.
Right.
You can be thrown into jail. Okay, so this...
The thing about censorship is that, sure, for those who would advocate it, just remember, at some point, that will be turned on you.
Yeah.
Woke mind virus. How did it start? Was it bats? Was it a from a lab?
It's like, you know, the
wow, look at this guy. He's like really nervous, man.
See, here's why I don't tweet anymore, because you may be the mayor of Tweet Town now.
Yeah. I'm mayor of Tweet Town.
Yeah, and the mob of Mean Girls is still there. And that has not changed with ChatGPT, which came from a company you started.
Yes.
Oh, you forgot.
Actually, Ray Kurzweil's prediction for artificial superintelligence is 2029. He's not far wrong.
Right.
2029.
I think it's a problem. I feel like the theme in a lot of your works that connect all these different things is connecting. Like you want to connect things. You know, you want to connect on the Hyperloop, and you want to connect this to Mars, and even Twitter.
Connect 4.
You want...
I love that game.
What?
Connect 4, you know, when you get the...
Oh, Connect 4.
Gotta throw some comedy in there.
Okay.
Wow, that's comedy.
It's hard to say, and it's hard for a woman.
Yeah.
To, like, when the guy lives at the factory.
Yes.
Geniuses are going to be a little quirky sometimes, but your heart is always in the right place. You were trying to fix this world, And look, I can talk
Bill
to
Maher,
you forever. We can't
he
debate.
loves
Love
that
to
guy.
get high with-
Oh, he's pretty tall too.
All right, let's meet our panel. The two most significant political developments was we elected a black president and Fox News, because Fox News changed the game of what journalism was.
Yeah,
Before,
that's true.
it was slanted sometimes. But
What,
people were
1996, I
basically
think?
trying to-
Is that Tucker talking about people in upper management and calling them all sorts of nasty names? Because otherwise, why do you get rid of your cash cow?
Because you can replace them with another cash cow.
Can you,
That,
though? No.
Absolutely. They've done it. They've done it before.
Yeah.
They got rid of Glenn Beck. They got Megyn Kelly, Bill O'Reilly. It's not about the person.
Oh,
It's
maybe,
about
but
the
it's gonna take a
message.
while, though.
And they will find.
I think the truth is both sides of the media spectrum have gone into this kind of sensationalism, and they're not doing good journalism because good journalism is boring.
Yeah.
Boring. I don't know about boring.
And the Chinese TikTok thing is a little bit different because what you have is a foreign state that is using the social media app to corrupt the minds of young children,
No,
while
they're
also
not.
She said the idea that he will make it until 86, which is what he would be at the end of his next term, is not something I think is likely. Wow.
Man.
Yeah.
That's kind of mean.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of true.
Now, I will deal
Kinda
with
true.
the age. I feel like both parties could win so easily if they would just.
If they got rid of the two people they're running. 40%, Trump's what, 32%? This is what we fucking have? These are the two people, as you said in your monologue. If I have to, I'm going to do it, but I don't want to. Like, there's nobody else out there that we can find that Joe Biden is going to be 86 and his approval rating is 38% of the Gallup poll today, the lowest it's been in his entire presidency. And then on the other side, Donald Trump, the less said about him, the better.
This guy.
Well, it depends on what you consider prime. Most civilizations in the world would consider somebody that old a village elder who was wiser than other people.
They laughed.
Yeah, not just sitting
They
in
laughed
the
at Bill.
That's what you
Oh,
would do.
man.
Yeah, it doesn't take all that much to be president. They come to you and they say, "Oh, wise one, you have seen it all.
You have seen
what
it all."
do we do?" And he says, "Yes, I have seen it all." And by the way, he hasn't done that bad at it so far. There's a reason why people clap.
His
when they
audience
say
is
his
just
name. It's
laughing
not
every time he
because
brings
it's Donald
up
Trump, because he got things done that
Joe
other
Biden.
presidents. And what has he fucked up horribly?
Look,
Blah, 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 blah. How hard is it? What has he fucked up so hard?
Bill's pissed off.
He kept Trump's Title 42, which was the law that said if you can't come across the border, we're using COVID as the excuse to stop the flow.
So right now I'm in El Paso, Texas, and there's like a lot of these illegal immigrant people in downtown, like sleeping in the streets, man. Like homeless people that you see in California, which is where I'm originally from, Oakland. So I had a debate where we couldn't figure out if Joe Biden didn't get rid of Title 42, how are they inside of the United States? Because they're not being arrested by Border Patrol or anybody like that. No law enforcement. They're waiting, I guess, for their process to be taken care of. But I remember when Donald Trump was president, they would wait in Mexico on the border, whether in TJ or Juarez, they would be waiting on that side. But now they're waiting over here. So it's kind of confusing. Because I thought that Title 42 was gone, which is why they heard and they came in the numbers that they did. In the thousands, they came like a whole lot of them. But I guess Joe Biden never got rid of it. So it's kind of confusing. I don't know.
but in my opinion, Ukraine wouldn't have happened if he wasn't president, because what happened with Afghanistan is what emboldened Putin to do this, right? That's my view. That is what happened.
You're just
listen.
Okay, I mean, you're just pulling that out of your ass.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, it's just like that thing about TikTok. He doesn't know. He's repeating things that he probably saw on the internet, a comment or whatever, but TikTok isn't doing what he said they're doing.
I feel like America is amazingly resilient and stable.
I agree with you.
I could agree with that a little bit.
Yeah.
Che Guevara, another one that they love to put on a T-shirt. I cannot tell you how many ways this guy was a huge asshole.
Yeah. It's an understatement that he was an asshole. He was a vicious murderer. Yeah.
A vicious murderer,
Vicious
did not
murderer.
believe in free speech,
No.
hated homosexuals,
Yes.
racist, unbelievable, ruined the
they
Cuban
banned
economy.
rock music, like they banned the Beatles in
Right.
Cuba, et cetera. And also
Well,
in a
that's
period-
going too
in a
far
period-
now.
well,
You're banned.
also but they will wrestle you to the ground if you say the wrong syllable. You put the emphasis here, you're like, oh, fucking fine. But you have a Cuban mass murderer on your shirt, and everyone's like, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, no problem.
Before I run out of time, I just want to ask one more question about the Fox News thing because
Oh,
it's not
God.
really about that. It's about Tucker Carlson's tweets. Now, I mean, text.
Again,
But
Tucker
that's
Carlson.
Mail is sacrosanct, but email, and I know it's very much like mail because it just has an E in front of it. Somehow.
And someone digs up your stuff from 20 years ago. Mother Teresa wouldn't survive that.
Right.
So we got to cut this shit out, man.
We do. We got to cut this out right now, but this was real good. We do new rules now, everybody.
New rule.
Okay.
The hell
new
is
rule, now
that?
King Charles has chosen this coronation quiche to serve guests on his big day. He has to explain why quiche. Is it a 70s theme coronation? I wasn't expecting naked sushi and a chocolate fountain, but nobody's eaten quiche since 1987.
I don't know what that is.
Besides, it's French. Isn't there any good English food he could serve?
No.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There isn't.
Yeah. Even he agreed. That's where he's from.
New rule, if Estee Lauder wants $250 for a La Mer skin cream,
Bill Maher.
they have to make
Bill
a label
Maher.
where it doesn't
Plus.
look like it's called Lamer.
Oh, I thought he was gonna do like wordplay with his name. Lamar.
Birthplace of youthful and natural-looking skin. Hair removal cream on my nuts. That's real. Yeah, it's like if the slogan for X-Lax was "I shit you not." New rule: now that a Japanese high-tech company's lunar lander has crashed upon its descent to the moon's surface, don't kill yourself over it.
Oh, what?
This is the problem. Always playing the card of your team instead of just saying what's true. Which brings me to
But Bill used to do that all the time. I remember when Trump was president, Bill would always call Trump supporters knuckle draggers. So he did it a lot, but I guess recently he kind of changed his tune a little bit. So now he's like, a little more, let's get along kind of way of thinking.
Case-by-case basis. We're all individuals. Barbara Streisand, Dolly Parton, Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, Rita Moreno, Sally Field, Diane Keaton, they're all sharp as a tack and still making movies and music. Leslie Stahl is still bringing it on 60 Minutes. Joyce Carol Oates writes a novel every 2 weeks.
Yeah. It is a case-by-case basis.
Carol Burnett just turned 90 and she keeps dropping sex tapes.
Oh, my God. Hope that ain't true.
Case Feinstein struggles to recall the names of colleagues, frequently has little recollection of meetings or telephone conversations, and at times walks around in a state of befuddlement. If you ask her what to do about the homeless problem, her answer is, I'm Batman.
She has to retire, man. You like that one?
I don't want to say she's been in the Senate a long time, but her first vote was whether or not to stab Caesar.
Oh, he's the agent. He's the one making fun of her age.
She's missed 78 votes in the Senate this year out of 100, and the Senate
Why won't she
isn't the place
retire,
where
man?
it's Senator Gillibrand says the standard Feinstein is being held to is unacceptable and unprecedented. Okay, she's not being held to any standard. She's not there.
Yeah. He's physically not there.
Senator Debbie Stabenow says, we have male members that have various challenges, and I'm not hearing anybody suggesting that they retire. It's not a challenge. She's not in the building. She's like a Malaysian airliner. It's not challenged, it's gone.
Oh, man.
And as far as I'm not hearing anybody suggesting that they retire, a majority of Democrats say Biden should retire.
Oh, poor
And
Biden,
yet
man.
Nancy Pelosi said, I've never seen them go after a man who was sick in the Senate in that way. Really? Are Feinstein's memory problems contagious? There were many calls for Strom Thurmond and Robert Byrd to retire.
Damn, they look old.
Presley gets demands to retire more often than he pees.
That's a lot.
I know you're not allowed to say anything bad about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, but
Oh,
the truth is,
man.
Roe versus Wade got overturned because of her ego.
Yeah. Should have retired early and let someone else in while Obama was president.
In 2013, President Obama invited RBG to have lunch at the White House and casually say, hey, ever think about spending more time with the grandkids? She was 80 at the time, frail and already a two-time cancer survivor, and no life insurance company would return her calls. But she didn't take the hint, and when in fact she didn't live forever, it meant that Trump appointed her replacement instead of Obama, which turned out to be Amy Coney Snake Handler.
Snake.
All right, that's our show. I'll be at the end.
All right. Catch you on the next one.